Hello, everybody. Welcome to Belladonna Grace. Thank you for joining me today. Today, we're going to do a reading, just a short little reading on the energies of the super pink moon. So, as you may or may not know, April 7th, tomorrow, the super pink moon will be up in the sky. It's not going to be pink. The pink is named after the flower that comes out around this time. But it will be a full moon. It's apparently supposed to be one of the brightest. And as we may all know, or may not know, that the moon does pull and have energies, and it affects the tides and affects water, and we're 70% water, so of course the moon most likely will affect us. So just going to do a quick peek and see how the energies may be affecting us, the energies of the moon, the super pink moon. All right. I do shuffle the cards beforehand, and then I do shuffle them again on camera. Okay, so we'll put 1, 2, 3. And this is a pick a card, so you can just pick one of the decks. I put one tarot for each, and then we'll do one helper card for each. If it happens that 2 want to come out, then we'll pull the 2. It doesn't happen often, but it does happen. 1, 2, 3. And this fourth pile, we'll read the bottom card and we'll share that as a group. Okay, and I'll put a crystal on top of each one, so if that helps you to pick the right pile. So we'll put the pink quartz in the middle. We'll put the amethyst first, and we can put the clear quartz for the third pile. So this is pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. So choose one, and then we'll get started. I'll just push these two aside, and we'll get started. All right, so just going to read pile 1. We have the 6 of Swords with heart and emotions. So this is good. The moon energy is going to pull you away from some troubles you may be having, some uncertainty. How we have here in the tarot cards is this person is kind of leaving their troubles behind. They're sailing towards, smoother waters, and hopefully a better life maybe than they were having. So emotionally, you are moving more into smoother waters, and you're going to be leaving some, perhaps some emotional problems behind, some heart issues behind. You'll be leaving those behind, which is a good thing. All right, so pile 2, put that aside. We have the 2 of Cups with happiness. All right. So the 2 of Cups is about a relationship. It doesn't have to be a romantic relationship. It's any kind of relationship. But the energies is pulling you towards better relationships, happiness in your relationships, especially if you have it's a significant relationship. Usually it's like a relationship with a best friend or a spouse or a partner. It could even be, mother and child or father and son, etc. And it could be a romantic relationship as well. It's more commonly a romantic relationship, but it's basically any type, and there'll be happiness there. So the energy of the moon is going to bring happiness to a nice, significant relationship that you have. All right, and the last card is the 2 of Swords with the twin flame. All right, well, the twin flame is a pretty strong card. If you may or may not be familiar with what a twin flame is somewhat similar to it. It's not exactly the same. It's not the same as, but it's something similar to a soulmate. However, what the twin flame is a split, like one soul split in two, and that is your other half. Usually it's a male and a female. Usually one's older than the other. There's all sorts of, you can look it up on Google. There's a lot of information about twin flames. All right, and then we have the Two of Swords. The Two of Swords is making a choice between your head and your heart. This person is trying to make a decision. They're trying to decide between their head and their heart. And this is actually a common situation in twin flame relationships, because the twin flame relationship is not usually a very easy relationship. It usually has lots of turmoil. There's usually lots of push and pull, and often they do not work out because they are our other half. And I don't know how well you all know yourselves, but I know myself. Sometimes the person I get along with the least is me, and because there's no hiding when it's you, and there's no hiding when you're with your twin. So things can be rough, and we may not accept all the information and stuff. So here we are. So this card, if you are with a twin flame, or if you believe in the twin flame, so there is some decision making between your head and your heart. If you have nothing to do with twin flames, a twin flame is basically just another type of relationship. So if you are just in a relationship, you are trying to choose between your head and your heart. And there's actually a moon right in here, which is interesting. So you have to make a choice between your head and your heart, pile number 3. And no, it doesn't say which one. Often the heart is made the better choice, but not always. So it's up to you to choose. All right, so the last card is going to be for all of us, and we'll see what that is. It's the Nine of Cups, sorry, Pentacles, with health. Okay, so the Nine of Pentacles is about a person, and they're fairly abundant. There is one thing about this card, is because the person is alone, so they do have a lot going for them. They have a lot of wealth, abundance, freedom, but they are alone. So they do share in it alone. And then we have health. So I think this is probably because this is the time of the COVID-19. Not that I wanted to mention it. The COVID-19, I'm sure we're hearing a lot about it on the news, etc. If you're watching this, like at the day I made this, we're in the middle of a pandemic, and it's pretty serious. So uh, for this, being alone, being on your own is very good for your health. It's a very good message. And don't worry about being alone. If you are just having experienced the pandemic and you're in self-isolation, there's a lot of wonderful things about being by yourself, and you just got to look into that. Um, but enjoy it, and this will be good for your health. So it's very important for your health to enjoy some alone time and to appreciate the abundance that you have on your own with yourself. And hopefully you're living in a comfortable home situation, and you have internet and food, and hopefully you have a job. But there's many people that don't have, who'll be losing a lot. But hopefully you have your health and you stay strong. All right. So thank you so much for joining, and we'll see you next time. Bye bye.